In the next 10 minutes, you'll discover the 3 categories of financial advice you must immediately start ignoring, why saying no to good opportunities creates exponential wealth, and the specific mental framework that allows millionaires to see clarity while everyone else sees chaos. You'll also learn why your current approach to building wealth is actually sabotaging your progress, and how to implement the new rule of wealth starting today. But first, let me ask you something. Here's a fact that will shatter everything you think you know about building wealth. The people with the most financial education consistently have the least money. MBA graduates working in finance earn less than plumbers who never took an economics class. CFAs with decades of market knowledge struggle to beat index funds managed by algorithms. This isn't an accident or coincidence. It's a systematic deception that keeps intelligent people broke while simple-minded individuals accumulate massive fortunes. Over the past 20 years, financial literacy programs expanded into every high school and college curriculum in America. Millions of people now understand compound interest, diversification, and risk management better than any generation in history. Yet personal wealth declined during this exact same period. The average American today has less purchasing power, lower savings rates, and more financial stress than their parents did with significantly less financial education. The correlation is undeniable and disturbing. The financial advice industry generates over $50 billion annually by keeping you confused and constantly seeking more information. Every new strategy creates 3 new questions. Every solution requires additional products. Every answer leads to deeper complexity. You think you're becoming educated, but you're actually becoming a consumer trapped in an endless cycle of purchasing courses, books, seminars, and subscriptions that promise clarity but deliver confusion. This creates what psychologists call analysis paralysis. When presented with 2 investment options, people make decisions quickly. When presented with 20 options, they freeze completely. The human brain cannot process infinite variables effectively. More choices create less action. More information creates less confidence. More education creates less wealth accumulation because you spend years learning instead of earning. Consider Sarah, a financial advisor with a master's degree in economics who has read every investing book published in the last decade. She owns 17 different mutual funds, monitors 43 financial indicators daily, and subscribes to 12 investment newsletters. Her portfolio returned 4% last year. Meanwhile, her client Tom, a construction worker who bought an index fund 15 years ago and never checks his balance, achieved 12% returns over the same period. Tom practices strategic ignorance while Sarah drowns in strategic overwhelm. The financial advice sabotaging your wealth falls into 3 categories. First, outdated conventional wisdom like saving 10% of your income, which worked when inflation was 2% but fails when inflation reaches 8%. Second, complex strategies designed to sell expensive products like whole life insurance or managed futures funds with hidden fees that eliminate any potential gains. Third, generic advice that ignores your specific situation, age, risk tolerance, and goals, treating your unique financial circumstances like everyone else's cookie-cutter problems. Information overload creates the illusion of progress. You feel productive researching stocks, comparing brokers, and analyzing market trends. But research isn't results. Learning isn't earning. Education without implementation is just expensive entertainment that keeps you busy while your wealth stagnates. The ultra-wealthy understand this principle and use strategic ignorance as their most sophisticated wealth-building tool. Now let me show you exactly what successful people choose to ignore and how this selective blindness creates exponential leverage in their financial decisions. While broke people obsess over daily stock prices, millionaires refuse to check their portfolios more than once per quarter. Struggling individuals consume hours of financial news each day. Wealthy people systematically avoid market commentary and economic predictions. While average earners chase trending cryptocurrencies and hot stock tips, successful investors ignore 90% of investment opportunities that cross their desks. This isn't laziness or ignorance, this is productive ignorance, a deliberate filtering system that protects their attention and decision-making capacity from destructive distractions. Productive ignorance means selectively blocking information that creates noise without adding value to your wealth-building process. Destructive ignorance means avoiding essential knowledge about your core investments and financial strategy. Billionaires master this distinction by creating rigid boundaries around their financial attention. They know exactly what information serves their goals and ruthlessly eliminate everything else from their awareness. Saying no to good opportunities is more profitable than saying yes because every opportunity has an opportunity cost. When you invest time researching a potential stock, you lose time building your primary business. When you diversify across 40 different investments, you dilute your focus from the 3 investments that could generate exponential returns. Wealthy individuals understand that concentration builds wealth while diversification preserves it. They say no to preserve their capacity for extraordinary opportunities. Your daily financial habits unconsciously reinforce limiting beliefs about money through seemingly innocent activities. Checking your investment balance creates emotional attachment to short-term fluctuations. Reading financial news programs your brain to expect disaster and volatility. Comparing your returns to others triggers scarcity thinking and impulsive decisions. These activities feel responsible and educational, but they actually sabotage your wealth-building psychology by keeping you in reactive mode instead of strategic mode. Complexity feels sophisticated because it appears thorough and intelligent, but simplicity creates actual results because it enables consistent action. Warren Buffett's strategy fits on a single index card, while failed hedge fund managers use algorithms with thousands of variables. Steve Jobs built Apple by saying no to hundreds of product ideas to focus on perfecting a few revolutionary ones. Complexity impresses observers, while simplicity enriches practitioners. Wealthy individuals use strategic subtraction to create leverage by eliminating activities that consume energy without producing results. Being busy with money means constantly monitoring, adjusting, and researching financial decisions. Being effective with money means making fewer, higher-quality decisions and allowing compound growth to work without interference. They understand the difference between motion and progress. Most financial advice is designed to keep you engaged as a consumer rather than help you become wealthy. Media companies profit from your attention, not your success. Financial advisors earn commissions from transactions, not your net worth growth. The industry needs you confused and constantly seeking new information to maintain their revenue streams. Here are the specific categories that successful people systematically ignore: daily market movements, economic predictions beyond 2 years, investment opportunities outside their expertise, complex financial products with hidden fees, and advice from people who aren't significantly wealthier than them. Next, I'll show you the exact step-by-step system for implementing the strategic ignorance framework in your own financial life starting today. Here's the exact framework you need to transform your relationship with financial information forever. The strategic ignorance filter has 3 levels. Level 1 eliminates noise that provides no actionable value to your specific situation. Level 2 blocks opportunities outside your core competency area. Level 3 restricts access to information that triggers emotional decision-making. Apply this filter to every piece of financial advice, investment opportunity, or market commentary before it reaches your conscious awareness. Your current wealth-building approach contains blind spots that drain your energy without producing results. You spend 30 minutes daily reading financial news that has zero impact on your long-term wealth trajectory. You research investment options for weeks instead of taking action on proven strategies. You follow market gurus who profit from your attention rather than your success. These activities feel productive, but actually sabotage your progress by keeping you in consumption mode instead of creation mode. Delete these apps immediately. Any stock tracking app that sends daily notifications, financial news applications that push breaking market updates, social media accounts focused on day trading or cryptocurrency speculation, and comparison tools that show your portfolio performance against market benchmarks. Stop consuming financial podcasts during your commute unless they focus on specific skills you're currently implementing. End conversations about market predictions, hot stock tips, and get-rich-quick schemes with friends and family members who aren't actively building wealth. Recognize distraction opportunities by asking 3 questions. Does this opportunity align with my existing expertise and resources? Can I implement this strategy without abandoning my current wealth-building focus? Will this decision still make sense if I ignore market conditions for the next 5 years? If any answer is no, you're looking at a distraction disguised as an opportunity. Letting go of financial control paradoxically gives you more wealth-building power because it eliminates the illusion of control that creates anxiety and poor decision-making. Research shows that people who check their investments less frequently achieve higher returns than those who monitor daily fluctuations. This happens because reduced monitoring prevents emotional reactions to normal market volatility. Strategic focus means deliberately choosing what to ignore while maintaining awareness of essential information that affects your wealth strategy. Willful ignorance means avoiding all financial education and responsibility. The difference lies in intentional selection rather than passive avoidance. Your strategic ignorance system works through 4 daily practices. First, establish information boundaries by designating specific times for financial review rather than constant monitoring. Second, create decision criteria that automatically filter opportunities without requiring analysis. Third, build automated systems that execute your wealth strategy without requiring daily input. Fourth, redirect the time you previously spent consuming financial media toward activities that directly generate income or build assets. Right now, identify 3 financial activities you will immediately stop doing based on everything you've learned. Write them down and eliminate them from your routine today. True wealth isn't about knowing more or doing more, it's about having the courage to ignore everything that doesn't serve your highest financial vision. You've been conditioned to believe that more information equals better results, but the opposite is true. The wealthiest people on earth succeed through strategic subtraction, not endless addition. Right now, audit your current financial habits and eliminate 3 sources of noise from your wealth-building process. You already have everything you need to build wealth. You just need to stop adding complexity and start subtracting confusion from your financial life.